Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back, another pickup video. Apologies for the crap lighting. This is a nighttime video, so you have to put up with that terrible light that I've got in the room. So I'll probably look a bit orange. It's never too brilliant. Anyway guys, yeah, this is a package video. Really awesome. A fellow YouTuber, Adisneakerfreak. Really great guy, who's always leaving comments on my videos. Really appreciate the comments that I get. He's a really sound bloke. He contacted me over the weekend on Twitter and he said, "Oh, I got a little something to send your way." So I was like, "Oh right, thank you very much." You know, it's always like pretty mind blowing when somebody wants to send something to you on YouTube. It's even now, I mean, I'm like 4 years in, and I still find it a bit strange when people want to do this, but I really do appreciate it. I mean, it's an absolutely awesome thing to get a gift from a fellow YouTuber. Yeah, it's pretty bloody amazing. But yeah, I didn't know what he was going to send me, and I come home from work today. Yeah, and this arrived. So I've got no idea what it is, but it's massive. Bit of a shock. I was not expecting that. I assumed it was going to be like a little something like a game or something. Just not a massive box. So I'm absolutely shocked. So thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate you sending this my way. Excited to know what's in here because I've got absolutely no clue at all. He hasn't given me any hints, so it's a surprise for you guys and it's a surprise for me. I've no idea. So let's get on. Let's crack it open. Let's see what we got. There we go. Alright, so I've got a note, so I shall quick read that first. Just get some bloody room in here. Awesome. Very nice. Thanks, Steve. Interesting. He said he got a spare copy of it. I wonder what it is. I mean, it's a massive box. I dread to think what he's put in there. Anyway, thank you very much, Steve. I appreciate it, mate. Let's see what we've got. Oh, hello. Oh, that's off the address. Oh, cool. Oh, nice. Oh, that's really cool. Thank you, Steve. Oh, mate, that's absolutely brilliant. That is absolutely spot on. I didn't even know this existed. That's look at that, guys. It's the art of video games from Pac-Man to Mass Effect. That is sweet. Look at that ghost. How cool is that? No way. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. Oh man, look at that. It's got the whole evolution of the game of video games, right from the beginning to the end there. That's fantastic. Look, so you got like the start, you got the 8-bit, and you got the bit wars, the best bit. You got the transition, you got a bit Mario 64 going on there, and of course like the next generation when it really evolves. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant, mate. Thank you. That's such a nice thought. Oh, that is really cool. That is absolutely bloody fantastic. Oh man, there's a lot. It's got Commodore 64 in here. Excellent. Oh, nice. Oh, it's got absolutely a lot. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, sweet as. Oh, that's absolutely superb, that is. Man, there's absolutely shitloads in here to read. Oh, Attack of the Mutant Camels. Oh, nice. I used to love that as a kid. Brilliant game. Oh, wow. Oh, right, guys, what I'll do, I'll turn the camera around and give you a better look at this. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much, Steve. Really nice of you to send this my way, mate. And I'll put a link down below for Steve's channel as well. Go and check him out, guys. Really top bloke. Absolutely awesome. Let's go and check out this anyway. Let's have a good look at it now. Okay, guys, so here we go. The art of video games. Absolutely fantastic of Steve to send this my way. As you can see, from Pac-Man to Mass Effect. I love that cover. That's absolutely brilliant. What an absolutely awesome gift. So you've got a dedication at the front there. Really nice front page there, you can just see that. There you go, look at that. That's absolutely superb. And we've got the foreword. And I'll just skip ahead to the artwork because that's the really cool part. So obviously it's going to be nice to read all of this, but for the purpose of the video you want to see the artwork, don't you? So here we go, the art of video games. At the beginning. Absolutely great. This is, you start with the classics like Combat. It's absolutely brilliant. I really do have an urge to get an Atari. I really can't afford to be doing that. The amount of times I've bought and sold consoles, but I've always been tempted by the 2600 because even though I've got no actual nostalgia for the system, there are some games that I really like Asteroids and Space Invaders and Pac-Man and the usual stuff. I know Pac-Man's crap on the Atari, but nonetheless. Yeah, and Combat, it's a classic game, it's brilliant. You know, I don't know, maybe one day. I love that, look at that, Space Invaders. One of the all-time classics. I mean, it's just one of the best games ever made. The simplicity is what makes it so much fun. And you got old Pitfall Harry in there. That's a really cool. I love the way they've laid the pages out as well. It's really nice with the whole artwork across the whole page. The title down there, and the artwork of the actual box art there. Absolutely little. The whole the text there is really good. So, the old big Pac-Man, is that Bushnell? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? There you go, it's Nolan. If ever there was an iconic image, it's got to be that. I mean, that's just everything in it. It's just brilliant. Absolute classic. You can't beat pixelated games, man. They just look so cool. Zaxxon, I loved that as a kid. That was a brilliant game. Is that isometric? I think it is. I love that kind of style. That's really cool. I've never seen a Star Trek game before. That's interesting. Is that supposed to be like a Klingon warbird? I'm assuming it probably is. Someone will probably correct me, but I think it might be. It's either that or it's a Romulan vessel, but I think it's a warbird. Pitfall 2. Amazing, the graphics look slightly better on number 2 as well. More colours. This is going to be absolutely brilliant, really. There's so much to read, and this is excellent. There's a game called Star Strike. I don't know that one. Looks pretty exciting. Like Death Star sort of section from Star Wars. Old Dungeons and Dragons. Let's skip ahead past Atari. Let's get to the next part. Try and give you an overview. I don't want to spoil the whole book for anybody that wants to buy a copy of this. That is an absolute classic of my youth. I love Attack of the Mutant Camels. Absolutely brilliant game. I used to play that a lot as a kid. It's superb. Sid Meier's Pirates. Some of the old adventure games. Obviously that don't need no introduction. I really do wish I could play Zelda. I just don't understand what to do. I can't work RPGs out. It's a shame. I know I'm missing out, but I just can't work out how to get into them. I need someone to sit down with me and just to start a Zelda or any RPG from scratch and just show me how to play it properly. 1943, brilliant. Let's try and get a bit far. Oh, here we go, look at that. Now you're talking. I absolutely love the art style of Mario 3. It's just so cool. The colours they use are just absolutely brilliant. Everything's just so vibrant. And such a big step from the first two games. I mean, each game got better and better. It's so impressive what they managed to pull out of the machine on that game. Absolutely awesome. Really cool, that is. Marble Madness. I know Alan, Irish Nerd Life, has been playing that recently on the Master System. I've got to watch that, actually. That's on my list to watch. I've got a load of videos to catch up on. Definitely need to watch that because I do like Marble Madness. Got Phantasy Star. Now I've heard a lot of people on YouTube talk about the Phantasy Star series. As I say, it wouldn't be something that I would play myself because, you know, I'm not an RPG fan or anything. Awesome game, classic. I mean, look at the art. It's really cool actually watching it, the progression of the artwork as you go along. You know, as the graphics are getting better, it's really cool. Yeah, they're the good shit. The 16-bit era. Now you're talking, the bit wars. Now, look at the graphics just jump all of a sudden. There's like a massive leap. I mean, look at that. You can, like, the characters actually go from being pixelated sprites to actually being like recognisable. I mean, I know they're all pixelated sprites anyway, but you know, they're not like just blocks and you're just trying to feel. I mean, Zelda, fair enough, Link looked pretty damn good on the 8-bit system, but in the 16-bit era, there was that definite level of, you know, definition and detail, which was quite impressive, really. I mean, look at that, Gunstar Heroes. What a job! The use of colour and the animation, just that. I mean, he hasn't even got a mouth, but just by the way he's standing and then the way they've shaped his face and his eyes, he just looks like a badass. It's really cool the way they did that. Earthworm Jim, I mean, yeah, absolutely stunning looking game, that one. The animation in that game is fantastic. Oh, Tommy Tallarico, cool. My absolute favourite Mario game. I love this game to bits. It's brilliant. Just everything about this game, the look, the sound, the music is so good. Level design, introduction of Yoshi, just Super Mario World is without doubt one of the best games ever made. I know it's always a discussion about whether it's Mario 3 or Mario 4 that's the best. For me, it's number 4. Mario World is always going to be the best. I love Mario 3 to bits, but number 4, it was just that next level. It was just the best. It just absolutely blew my mind when the first time I saw it. Yeah. The first 2 Super Nintendo games I ever saw were Super Soccer and Super Mario World. And while Super Soccer was okay, Mario World I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. it was hard to put into words really. It just really shocked me at the time. And I just had to buy a Super Nintendo as soon as I saw it. And you got Link to the Past. That's one I really would love to get into. It's interesting when you look at the Link there compared to Link on the 8-bit NES. And it looks really good on the NES, but just the extra colours and the way they've managed to get his eyes to express an emotion is really pretty bloody clever for the time. And then you've got Star Fox. Well, what can I say? One of the greatest games of all time. Really impressive actually, considering you look at the way the graphics are, and for the time they were revolutionary. I mean, they really did impress when it came out. And to think in 2013, I still think, to this day, in my opinion anyway, the game still looks really good. It's aged exceptionally well. Considering it's a pseudo 3D effect, you would expect it to look a bit crap now, but it's aged very well. And the space scenes look absolutely superb. The bits when you go inside the ships and rotate around, it looks really good. And the game is just so playable still, and the music is just the best ever. It's just iconic. Love that game to bits. It's absolutely brilliant. SimCity is one I want to get on the Super Nintendo. I believe it was Cinemassacre. They did a video. I'm sure it was Mike and James were playing this once, and it looked really good because I used to play it on the PC when it first came out. And I absolutely loved it back then. That was a really good game, so I'd love to try it out on the Super Nintendo because it did look really good. And you've got the transition, so this is where the graphics start to really impress. I mean, look at Doom 2 there. It's pretty, I love that, and the pink dudes are just, the imps, they're just badass. Such a great game. And you got Fallout, of course, and StarCraft. It's absolutely brilliant. So I'll just skip forward a bit because obviously we don't want to spoil it for everybody. And that, another one, just like Mario World, when Mario 64 came out, the first time you ever see that game is just like, holy shit. It was just ridiculous at the time. I just couldn't believe what I saw. I mean, I've been playing PlayStation for quite a bit of time when I got a 64, and it still managed to absolutely shock me when I saw Mario 64. I just could not believe my eyes. Absolutely amazing. Stunning game. Even now, I still think it's aged exceptionally well. I know some people will argue that like the 64 games haven't aged very well, just like the PlayStation 1 3D games, but I still like them. I mean, I accept all the blockiness and that. It doesn't bother me. I think they look great. Star Fox 64, what can I say? Absolutely brilliant. Beautiful looking game. I mean, they really stepped it up with this one. An absolute classic. Then you got your Ocarina of Time. And this is really interesting, this book, because you've seen the evolution of Link as well, which is really cool. I really like that actually. It's nice to see from 8-bit to 16-bit to 64-bit. It's pretty amazing. Just even that there just shows what they were able to do, you know, with the extra power, the expressions that they can put on the character's face. It's excellent. Yeah, I've never played a Worms game. It's weird that. I should really do that. And you got Sonic on the Dreamcast there, which is just insane. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the actual game. I don't think it's that good myself, but visually it's very impressive, especially with that bit of the whale. Very cool. Shenmue, which I really should play because everyone just raves about this bloody game so much. I should give it. I know it's an RPG, but I believe it's one that I might actually be able to get somewhere on. I don't know if it's more of like an adventure type title. I don't know, I'll have to give it a try. I mean, look at the art right there. I mean, that alone is just absolutely spectacular. Choo Choo Rocket. Got Rez. Was that on PS2? I think it was. That was on Dreamcast. Yeah, it was on Dreamcast, wasn't it? Of course it was. But I think it's on PS2 as well. SimCity. I'll just skip forward a bit. So, got Panzer Dragoon. We've got Tomb Raider, obviously. I mean, an iconic title. It's absolutely brilliant. This is absolutely fantastic. Final Fantasy VII. Metal Gear, I mean, in terms of art style, that game was just something special at the time. It was quite amazing actually, considering on the PlayStation it's 32-bit and you got the 64, which was 64-bit. That was a really amazing game. I remember when Metal Gear first came out, I had a Japanese copy, so hence I didn't get very far in the game. I literally got, I can't remember what the guy's name is now. Oh, it's the guy you find in the room before you get to Ocelot, if I remember rightly, where he's lying on the floor and he tells you to look at the back of the game case for the code. And of course it was in Japanese, so me and my friend had absolutely no idea how to do it. So I had to wait till the American version came out and I got that. But I remember just the first time we finished this was just ridiculous. I was extremely drunk and it was brilliant. It was a great night. Yeah, I was really proud. I mean, it's just an absolutely gorgeous game. I mean, the cut scenes, you know, the two heads when they're talking to each other, you know, the dialogue, the whole cinematic feel of it. I mean, this is a massive evolution of gaming at this point. You know, from going from 8 to 16 to 32, 64, and going from like standard gaming as we know it to this is really where, to me at least anyway, where the beginning of what modern gaming is with the whole cinematics and, you know, the whole interactive movie thing. It's not a video game anymore, you know, because obviously PlayStation, they were aiming it towards like the 20-year-olds and that, you know, the late teens, mid-20s, the trendy crowd, and trying to make it a more mature thing to play video games, not a kiddie thing. So, you know, they were going to bring games out like this and make an effort, and I thought it was really cool. I love Metal Gear. Not so keen on the sequels, I couldn't get into them, but I love the original. Einhander was a brilliant game. I can't remember if we had the Japanese copy or the American copy. We had an import copy anyway. And yeah, my mate used to cane the shit out of this. He'd always come around and play it on my machine. He was absolutely obsessed with it. Really cool game. Final Fantasy Tactics. Then we've got Next Gen, of course, so moving up in the world here, and this is obviously like Fable. This is like, you know, 128-bit. So Splinter Cell. Splinter Cell was one for me that's really made me laugh, because that is this is where like the power argument bullshit comes in more. Because I remember when it came out, and me and my mate were absolute Xbox whores, total fanatics, total fanboys, and just slagged PlayStation 2 off all the time. And I remember playing Splinter Cell and just being so impressed with the game. And when it got announced for PS2, we were just in the office at work, and we was like, it ain't never going to work on PS2, it's going to look like shit because I ain't got the power. And we were just totally like the kids of today, where they're just slagging each other off, and it was ridiculous. But like the light and the shadow and everything on this game, I mean, the Xbox in particular graphically really impressed at the time. It's a cracking title that was. Fable's actually pretty good. I've never managed to get that far into it, but I actually managed to get somewhere on it. So I mean, I don't know if I think it's supposed to be an RPG, but it's more like an adventure title to me. That was it was pretty damn cool from what I played of it. So anyway, guys, I don't want to give too much away in case you want to have a read of this yourself. But I mean, as you can see, the artwork is absolutely fantastic in it. It's really nicely laid out, and there's absolutely loads to read, which is the best thing of all. It's absolutely brilliant. Bioshock, of course. So we're getting up to more current gen. So it's absolutely fantastic. Well, an absolutely brilliant gift. Thank you very much, Steve. Really do appreciate you sending me this, mate. Really nice thought of you to send this through. I'm very happy with this. It's brilliant. It's going to give me plenty of reading to do at night time there. Absolutely excellent stuff. Finish on a Star Fox, why not? Not the best Star Fox, the best GameCube version, yeah, definitely is. I didn't like the other Star Fox on the GameCube, it's terrible. This was pretty good. I just don't like you have to get out your ship and walk around. I just don't like that. When I'm playing Star Fox, I want to be in my ship blasting the shit out of stuff. I don't want to run around. It's pointless. But yeah. Anyway, guys, so that was a quick, well, I say a quick, it's like a 15-minute look at the art of video games. Absolutely great. I'm really looking forward to delving into this. And big thank you to Steve. Thank you very much for sending this, mate. Absolutely awesome of you. Please, guys, go and check him out down below. His name is Adisneakerfreak. There's a link down below in the description. Go and say hello. Really nice bloke. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all again soon.